So, guys, I'm back. I had some technical difficulties. Hopefully, this one goes a little better. I've never done a live stream before. This is my first time doing it, so I didn't really know what to expect. It was going pretty well, I think, and then the screen kind of blacked out, so I don't know what happened. I think I had some USB issues, and I might have lost internet or something. But anyways, I don't know if that first video is going to get posted. Hopefully, it does. It'll just have to cut short in the middle of it, and then hopefully this will get posted as well. But yeah, so Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones would be the first two people in my eyes that would need to be held accountable for this game, right? They made the Mike McCarthy hire, and like I said in the last video, if that ever showed up, it kind of flopped on its head from week one, and it's only getting worse. And I'm a pretty level-headed fan. I don't think we should panic from a NFC East perspective. But just from a football perspective, we should absolutely be panicking after this game. The comeback in the third and fourth quarter, or really the fourth quarter, I don't have much to say about it. We lost the game in the second quarter. And even when we did come back, the defense showed us who they were. Once again, they gave up a one-play touchdown to Odell Beckham, and we were just out-schemed on that end. We had a lot of the same strengths and the same weaknesses that the Cleveland Browns had, and that they still beat us at each strength, right? So wide receiver was the strength for us, and that they were the best unit on our team the whole game, but yet we got destroyed by wide receiver. Weakness was defensive backs, and yet their defensive backs were in position to make plays at times. I mean, Dak almost threw a few interceptions. Not that I'm going to blame Dak for this game, but he did throw the ball right to some Brown safeties and defensive backs multiple times. On the flip side, we were never in the right spot to get a ball, it seemed like. Trayvon Diggs, again, man, he's right there in coverage, it seems like, a lot of the time. But guys just get crazy catches on him, missing tackles, that kind of thing. So Cowboys X Factor is back. He said, I just hope Dallas Cowboys can finally get it all together against the New York Giants. Well, guys, I'm going to be a lot more honest with myself moving forward when I'm talking about the team, because I kind of know who we are now, especially after this game. And we're not very good. But if we're being completely honest, the New York Giants may be worse than we are. They just don't even have the personnel right now. Right now, Jason Garrett is running an offense that just doesn't have much oomph without Saquon Barkley. So with Devontae Freeman back there, Wayne Gallman, and those other guys, should I really be that worried about the New York Giants, even as bad as we're playing? I mean, probably not. I mean, I don't see Daniel Jones just doing it all by himself. I mean, he doesn't have receivers like Seattle, Cleveland, Atlanta, or Los Angeles. I mean, we played some of the NFL's best of the best as far as receivers go, and we sank. I mean, we didn't swim at all. But at the same time, we should be prepared for that offense in New York. I'll talk about that a lot more throughout the week, X Factor. So be looking for some of those videos. But yeah, I really think we beat a team like New York. But it doesn't take away from how bad of a team we are right now. And as I was saying when I first started the live chat, I don't think we're one move away at this point. Even if we sign an Earl Thomas, who's definitely lost a step, will we be better at safety? Yeah, but is that secondary going to be good? I don't think so. If we signed Snacks Harrison on that defensive line, I mean, we got zero push today. So if we had one guy who could do his thing on the defensive line, would we be better? And the inside, I don't really think so. We'd be marginally better, but still probably bad, which I guess is why we're not making any moves. But it's so disappointing to see the way Jerry Jones has kind of hyped up this team all season, and it happens every year. And I bought into it last year, but I really bought into it this year because I saw that we had, in my opinion, made some improvements. I didn't think the coaching would be worse. I thought it might be marginally better. I didn't think it was going to be great. I mean, I never thought Mike McCarthy was just this like guru. I thought we would kind of season up what we had last year, offensively speaking. I thought we would be a similar team, but when we were good last year, we were good. And I thought it would just be more of that. It's basically the same, guys. I mean, when the offense is moving, man, it looks unstoppable. but when they're stumped, they're stumped. And it's just stupid penalties and turnovers. And it's got me thinking about the Zeke contract. It's not that I think Zeke played a god-awful game, but he fumbled at the inopportune time. It's just, do we need a running back that bad that's that expensive when it's taken away from other parts of the team? It seems like it is a passing first league now. And so, we're not going to do anything drastic about Zeke. We're not going to trade him this season or anything like that. So I'm just kind of spitting gas at this point. But I mean, at the same time, who else are you going to hold accountable? Is our best weapon on the offense besides Dak is a running back, or I should even say our most expensive weapon. Offensive line. I mean, you got Tyron Smith back, and he handled that left side, but they didn't need to get pressure from that left side. All they needed was Myles Garrett on that right side doing his thing because we just weren't prepared for it. I've said it a million times since the game ended, and I will say it a million more times. We had no answer for Myles Garrett, and we knew to prepare for him. We saw the same things with Aaron Donald. We knew Myles Garrett. Shout out to Jesse Hawley, man. He did a video with Law Nation and those guys, and he was talking about how Myles Garrett isn't just coming for sacks. He's coming after the football. He's looking for stripping the ball from Dak and getting fumbles, and he got his fumble strip. And it's just frustrating, man. Where's Blake Bell on that play? Why isn't he lined up on the right side? I'm not blaming Blake Bell. I'm blaming Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy. So, again, guys, we got outplayed. We got outcoached. You can make all the excuses in the world you want. We have a brand new coaching staff, brand new head coach, missing players on defense. I can make every same excuse I just made for the Cleveland Browns. Brand new coaching staff. I think they have a new GM too as well, don't they? They fired what's his name last year? Missing Greedy Williams back there, Denzel Ward, and then maybe Denzel Ward played, but I mean other guys are out. Same thing. They're weak at safety. Andrew Sandejo, I mean, he got beat. Former Cowboy, I believe, by the way. He got beat multiple times by Dak. And I don't think Baker Mayfield outplayed Dak by any means, but Baker was just as good as they needed him to be. He's kind of a secondary thing. When you're averaging 10 yards a carry, guys, it doesn't really matter who your quarterback is. As long as he's not out there constantly making mistakes. And I'll give Baker this credit. He did not make any mistakes. He was pretty much mistake-free. Dak didn't make a lot of mistakes. The fumble, which I put half on him, and really 40% on him and 60% on the right tackle for giving him zero time. But I do think Dak deserves a teeny little blame for holding on to the ball too long sometimes. But he's just trying to make things happen at the same time. Guys, that was frustrating. This is one more week where I'm probably going to sit there and tell you all week that the Cowboys are probably going to win because we're just in my opinion, we're a better team. We don't really have anything to show for it, but I think we're a better team than the New York Giants. And I'm going to call it like I see it from now on. I think we will beat the New York Giants. But going from there, would I pick us right now, today, if we were playing the Arizona Cardinals next week, would I pick us to win? Probably not. Just based off of what I'm seeing. They're just they would hit us where it hurts, man. And Nuke Hopkins would have freaking 200 yards against that defense today. So that's just how I feel. Guys, so if you're just watching this video, I made a separate live stream right after the game. It got cut short because I lost internet service and I had some USB issues. I hope I can just post both of them into two videos. But I really don't know. I'm new to the live stream thing, so it's just it's gonna be what it is. But I kind of am interested to hear from some more Cowboys fans. I know they're hurting right now. I'm pretty upset myself. I expected this game to be very competitive, and for 2 quarters, I would say the second quarter and the majority of the third, it wasn't competitive at all. We just got destroyed. And then it didn't matter anymore, and it became kind of competitive again. But if we can't beat the offense, or if we can't beat the opposing defense while they're not tired, I mean, while they're fresh, while they're still sending pressure, then we're just not going to win a lot of games, period. I mean, we looked like a 6-win team today, to be completely honest. I mean, people keep saying 8-8, 8-8. We didn't look like we were going to beat 8 teams today at all. Seven more wins this season. Do you see it? I don't know. I mean, we could win seven more times this season. I'm just kind of ranting at this point. Because the NFC East is bad, but now I'm not seeing that we're this better team than Philly or Washington. I do think we're a better team than the New York Giants. They just don't bring much to the table. But man, we make bad quarterbacks look good sometimes, and I could see Dwayne Haskins just having a field day against us. Calling it like I see it. Terry McLaurin, he could go off against the secondary if we don't get some guys back soon. But that's pretty much it, guys. I haven't got any more comments. I don't have anything else to talk about. Guys, I really want to say that I appreciate y'all coming on to my live stream. I did hype it up on Twitter, but I don't have a lot of followers on Twitter. It's at Real Fratagonia if you want to follow me on Twitter. I definitely appreciate that. But yeah, the couple guys that came on, man, I really appreciate that. It's nice to be able to interact with my subscribers and stuff. So that I'd like to do a lot more of that going forward. Until I get 1,000 subscribers, which may definitely be a long time, I'm not able to like post comments and stuff, or well, not comments, but I'm not able to post news updates and stuff on YouTube yet, which I would like to eventually be able to do. Outside of that, I really appreciate the support, guys. I'll probably be doing a post-game reaction video later with my pops on Zoom. That'll be a little more organized. I'll definitely be talking about it some more throughout the week. I know Law Nation and J-Tuck, Cowboys fans only, they'll have some more questions for me as well about this game. And definitely go check their channels out as well. And we'll talk about it more moving forward. And then we'll move on to the New York Giants game, where hopefully we at least have one thing to look forward to. Because, guys, if we blow this game next week and it's like the New York Jets, things are going to get ugly in Dallas. I don't like I said, even if it gets real bad, I don't see us firing our coach, first-year coach who's experienced during the season. I just don't see it happening. But man, Jerry, you make Jerry angry. He's going to make some moves. Would not be shocked if Mike Nolan doesn't last the year if things keep going the way they are. So I did get another question or another comment. Emmett from Boston's back. We got to get ET3 now, even if he has an attitude problem. And so, yeah, something I just mentioned, and I mentioned on Twitter, at this point, if I'm management, I don't really care if you don't want him in the locker room. You're not performing on Sundays. So, who doesn't want him in the locker room? Is it DeMarcus Lawrence? Well, he's not getting pressure to the quarterback. Is it Jalen Smith? Because he's not living up to his contract. Is it Darian Thompson that doesn't want him there? Because he can't play safety. So, yeah, at the end of the day, I don't care if he has an attitude problem. I agree. We got to get some talent back there, man. I don't know if it's worth it for Earl Thomas at this point to come in at this part of the season, because does he make the team that much better? I mean, it improves the secondary, but Emmett, do you really think that our secondary is going to be good just because we get Earl Thomas? Because the defensive backs are disappointing, and I see a lot of upside with Trayvon Diggs because he's being thrown to the wolves right now, and I think he's going to come out on the other side eventually. I definitely believe that. But other guys like Dale Worley, I mean, he's got to be seen kind of as a blown signing at this point. I mean, he was a 3-year starter, and guys just giving up big plays out there. He was, to me, making more plays at safety a couple weeks ago, where he had that almost touchdown against, I think it was Atlanta. I don't even remember now. But yeah, it was just flat out embarrassing on all ends on the defense today. The defensive line, the linebackers, the secondary, it was the bad and the ugly and the uglier. And another guy I would be interested in at this point is Damian Snacks Harrison. Just slowing down the run, because today we couldn't do that at all. We look like the worst rushing defense in the NFL today. You said, so Emmett from Boston said Earl could help a little bit because he's got experience, but he ain't going to turn this defense down completely. Yeah, I agree. I mean, he definitely would help because he's a step up from Darian Thompson. We know that even if he's washed up. I mean, even if he's more washed up than we think he is, he still's got the more acumen up there than Darian Thompson does at playing safety because he's been there, he's done that, and he's done it at the highest level. But yeah, secondary still, man, they look lost right now. And I put a lot of that blame on Mike Nolan. And we can make the excuse for him. Well, he's a first-year quarterback because, man, we love making excuses and as fans, right? Especially when we have a new coach, new coordinators, that kind of thing. But look at the first-year coordinators in Cleveland. I'm assuming they have brand new defensive coordinator. They have, a brand new head coach. I don't know who the defense coordinator is. Actually, yeah, it's the Joe guy. God, I'm forgetting. Is it Joe Smith or something? I forgot the guy's name. But yeah, I think it's his first year as well. It doesn't help that we have tons of injuries. Again, I wholeheartedly agree, but Cleveland's got some injury issues too. So they didn't need the excuse, but we did. And it seems like we always have to use injuries as an excuse. And other teams seem to find a way to hide those injuries against us when we just can't. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we're definitely missing Chidobe Awuzie. We're definitely missing Anthony Brown, but I mean, Dale Worley's a 3-year starter, if not longer. He started in Carolina for a couple of years. He started in Oakland, now Las Vegas Raiders. I was just expecting him to at least be, I don't know, look like a football player, not like a practice squad guy. But, moving forward, we'll see how these guys perform against New York because that's our last chance of just that they're not a good team, right? So we have got to get a win against the New York Giants, and we have to do it in kind of a stylish way. I mean, if we have another game where we just beat the Giants by the hair of our chinny chin, I mean, maybe Jerry's going to try and sell that as a positive thing going forward. But, I mean, the fans are too smart for that. They're not going to buy it. We got to show out against the Giants and just show a little sign of life because we have showed zero sign of life as far as getting off to a hot start and just not making stupid mistakes. So, guys, again, I appreciate y'all coming in, leaving comments, that kind of stuff. Really appreciate the love. If you want to support the channel for some more daily Dallas Cowboys content, the best thing you can do is just come in right now and comment, like, subscribe, and add me on Twitter at RealFratagonia. That helps a ton because, guys, I'm pouring my heart into this YouTube channel and into Cowboys Nation. I'm investing into it. I've gotten a better webcam. I've gotten a better mic. I've gotten better lighting. I've cleaned up the room a little until I can get a green screen, but eventually I'm going to invest in that. I'm trying to focus on making my content better as well. I kind of stutter sometimes. I say I say, that kind of stuff, but I am working on that, and I am definitely improving in my opinion. But I think that's pretty much it for today, guys. I'll be making that video later, like I said, with my pops. There'll be a few post-game reaction videos. The game grades are going to come out, and I can tell y'all, those aren't going to be good. There's going to be some D's, maybe a couple C's. The wide receiver unit definitely deserves better than a C. They were awesome. There's going to be a lot of F's. I'm just going to tell it like it is, guys. And we might even have to give Jerry and Steven a grade for this game because it isn't just Mike McCarthy. We got to hold the guys that signed Mike McCarthy, hired Mike McCarthy. We got to hold them accountable as well. So usually I would tell y'all to not panic, and panicking doesn't really help, right? But from a fan's perspective, I mean, why wouldn't you panic after today? It was awful. Even when we did try to come back, to me, it was only because they stopped sending pressure and they were worn down late in the game. So what does that tell me? It tells me that early in the game, we're still going to have the same problems moving forward, which again tells me more about Kellen Moore, and I don't like what I see. So play calling was good at times, and it was bad when it needed to be good. So we're going to move forward from here. Much love, Cowboys Nation. all my subscribers. I appreciate it. I'm out. Peace.